It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Why don't you tell them, Canada Dry?
If you go to the laundromat tonight, you can use 2 machines for the price of 1.
Oh.
And Big Betty, if you give her $2,
yeah,
she'll switch the machine to the dryer for you for free. You don't have to do the switch into the dryer.
Okay.
Big Betty will do it.
All right. All this and more. Dynamite After Dark.
Climb for takeoff.
That's all systems go. Leave that AFW logo on stat.
You're watching the AEW Network.
Woo! Hello, everybody out there in internet land. It's Wednesday night. Kaboom! It's Dynamite After Dark, where we take you on an adventure, if you will, down a path as we go to All In. I am, of course, the Chief Shenanigans Officer. I'm the JFB, damn it. Sorry, I had to take it.
That's all right. Before I introduce myself, I would like to give a shout out and a halos up to Elvis's 7-year-old cousin who died.
Oh.
And we send out our love and compassion.
For your loss there, Elvis.
She's a 7-year-old girl. That's harsh.
Yeah.
Let's just started, and heart goes out to her. Halos up. And I'm, of course, I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada F and Dry. Darn it.
This guy in the corner. I mean, I can't really say anything that hasn't been said already by multitudes of people.
Lord Ryan Richie Rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Lord of the Manor. It is your unofficial spokesperson for Miller Lite. It is the man who the meme was made for. You know where the guy's looking away at the girl? That meme was made about me. But in reverse, because we're making a gender equality. You want to know why? Because I'm better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich. Ready to talk to you about some Dynamite? Ow! On the special 300 episode this evening.
300 episode. Now, Lord Ryan Rich, you speak out about a meme. Is this the one where the guy's having sex with the woman and all the Skittles get all everywhere?
What?
Canada Dry, we're watching a very different program.
Oh.
Clearly, Canada Dry downloaded the wrong episode.
You ever do that when you're downloading? No, I don't. Not that I download anything.
You going?
When you think
a friend of mine,
but you're downloading Debbie Does Dallas 54.
No. A friend of mine, he was downloading this movie. And I don't approve of that at all. But he was downloading an action movie. He was all sat with his popcorn, ready to watch it. And all of a sudden, there's like this hardcore graphic porn. It's like, this is not the movie I signed up for.
Was it like
the wrong cable guy
movie or something? You know, I mean,
it wasn't. But it wasn't even like a one of those movies where it actually is. Mimicking that movie, like it's nothing to do with it at all.
Okay.
My friend says this.
Yes, your friend. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't even know how to answer that, so I'm just going to go to Joe.
Let's move on.
Anyways.
It's me. It's that EVP. So I had to do it once, so you could do it.
It's the mother effing EVP.
Yes, it is.
And I'm excited. It's been it feels like a month since I've talked any wrestling with you guys. So I'm looking forward to tonight.
We've been gone for a hot minute.
Well,
yeah, I've had wrestling, vacation. I was on vacation. I've been on vacation. I'm still on vacation.
Yeah, he is.
We went up to the Poconos for my son's nationals dance competition, and yeah, been busy. That and the whole 7 hours of wrestling on Wednesday nights. I couldn't stay up for that. I'm an old man. I got sleep.
What? Come on. All right. Let's talk about wrestling, if you will. Episode 300, which makes it now the longest running wrestling program on TNT. But I digress. Talk about WCW and that horrible failure. And anyway, so 300, we're in Ontario, California. We are on the road. 10 days from now, we will be in Texas at All In.
Yeah.
So these last few shows are very important because you got to solidify it. You got to make people buy that pay-per-view. It's not just about the go home anymore. It's the episodes leading to the go home. So,
Is this your son, Rich?
Yep, that's my boy.
I'm sorry. Reading this is sort of giving me a headache. I'm the person in the bottom left corner is my dad.
Is he you and your dad? This is amazing.
He's 11, so his typing skills aren't fantastic. So maybe let's just give the kid some grace and be happy that he's on here viewing our show.
I know. I do appreciate him showing up. I do.
Way to walk that back, EVP. Way to walk it back.
Hey, guess what? If you want to see,
time.
hey, guess what? Shameless self-plug here. If you want to go see some awesome shorts, go subscribe to Super Saiyan _CJ67's page, man. He's got all kinds of good shorts. It's going to uplift you. And if you like Dragon Ball Z, he's got that for you too. So plug to my
Okay, you want to talk shameful plugs here really quickly. We have some really good shorts here on the AEW Network.
Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah.
Did you see the one about the heavy woman jumping off the boat?
Yes.
Sinking the boat?
Real or fake?
Most people are saying this is AI.
Yeah.
Because, wouldn't you jump off the boat if it's sinking?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's all underwater and the people are still screaming.
All right. 300. We start off with a really big bang.
Hell yeah.
We start with Hangman Page. He says, guess what? I don't want an ordinary match at All In. I want a Texas death match. And as in invoking the lightning god Thor, out comes Jon Moxley with Marina Shafir. Moxley tells him, no, you're not getting a death match. And then shenanigans happens. Yuta comes out. Shafir comes out. Claudio comes out. They beat the living crap out of Hangman Page. And then Samoa Joe shows up. Then Hobbs and Shibata. Then Moxley comes back and he's like, all right, you want a death match? I'll give you a death match. That's what we're getting. The main event at All In is going to be an epic Texas death match. If you haven't seen the first one, that's just going to YouTube after this show. Go to AEW's YouTube page. The whole entire match is on there. The first match, the first Texas death match between these two Yahoos.
I might go ahead and watch that again because
I'm definitely watching it again as well because I think if I remember correctly, it was an absolutely barn burner of a match. I mean, it was awesome. How do
you know what I love about it? I don't remember anything about it.
Let's also not forget that Hangman is not, Moxley has not won every Texas death match he's been in. He lost against Archer for the U.S., the IWGP U.S. title in a Texas death match. So he's not impervious to these types of matches.
That's true. The one thing I want to focus on, we'll talk about the whole segment, but they keep referring to the case. And they are not sure that the title is in that case. They're setting it up. It's not going to be in the case.
JB, if I may, I'll give you my review of this first
Yeah,
segment.
go for it.
But first, let me say this.
Yeah.
I've said this many times. I said this to Lord Ryan Rich on a episode we were doing by ourselves. It's all about building doubt that it's in the case because, like Christmas morning, your mother's knows that you're getting Castle Grayskull. You know you're getting Castle Grayskull, so she's got to put some doubt in there. You're getting socks there, Johnny boy. But let me just say this about this. This Mox promo,
Yeah.
he had the best line. And it's kind of trending on Twitter for us.
Oh yeah. If
People call themselves the best in the world. That's basic bitch shit. I'm more than that.
And it's
I
I
like
love
that was a
it.
nice subtle jab at CM Punk too.
Mm-hmm.
and people lost their minds on Facebook. Oh, just can't keep WWE mouth. Shut up. Good lord. I'm
Didn't
so
John
tired
Cena
of-
just talk about Claudio like not even a week ago?
Yes, exactly. That gets a pass.
Shut up with all that crap.
CM
But,
Punk nonstop.
I
CM
hate the
Punk nonstop
tribalism.
takes
Like,
shots.
I don't watch.
Let me finish it, guys.
I don't like their product. I don't want their product to succeed.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous, guys. Let it go.
All right, let me just quickly finish up here, and I'll pass it on to you, Lord Ryan Rich. So I love the teasing that they did that there be some interaction between Hangman and Shafir. And he ends up hitting her with the buckshot Larry.
That was beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
get out of him though.
Yes, she got some good slaps in.
Yeah.
Lord Ryan Rich, go ahead.
I'm glad that when Hangman come out, he said, I'm going to make it short and sweet because at this point, I feel like I'm tired of hearing him talk. I'm just ready to see the action. Like, I don't need any more talking. But I like, my favorite part was Marina Shafir getting the buckshot because, like, it's about time she just got her comeuppance. Like,
Oh,
you're
she
just ready-
deserves that.
You're just ready for her to see that.
Yeah.
But they are, oh man, they are playing a game here with the title in the case. I agree with JFB, and I don't know how it's going to play out. I haven't formulated my exact thoughts. But if they wanted to do something, like, why didn't Hangman just tear the keys off of Marina Shafir's neck?
Yeah.
Like, it was right there. Like, they had a close-up shot of her necklace with the keys on it.
Yeah.
And he's right there. So why not take the opportunity then? So to me, there's more than meets the eye going on here, much like Transformers. There's something else going on here. I don't know what it is quite yet. But overall, I enjoyed the segment. I'll give it a halos up, but I'm kind of done with the promo part of it. I want to see them fight already.
Yeah.
That's a halos up for me, too.
Joe.
Yeah, I love this. The title has to be in this briefcase. It's the payoff. If it's not there, then what the fuck are we doing? It's just, and to answer Lord Ryan Rich, they didn't do it tonight because then you just fuck over the pay-per-view in 10 days.
Well, I'm just saying though, like,
No, I understand.
You're
I get
trying to
that.
build everything, but like in a logical story standpoint, like there's got to you can't suspend disbelief on everything.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be a little bit here and there to like, okay, I understand. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't treat me like I'm dumb. Like, treat me like an intelligent viewer who knows real life situations.
Yeah, I get that. But it's been what? 9 months. I can deal 10 more days.
8
before
months
seeing the
at
fight.
least since we've seen the title.
I can wait 10 more days.
Yeah, because you get to see it live.
Yes, of course. I will
And
be
I'm
there
not
live.
saying it was the right move to do it. I'm just saying, logically speaking, like if you're Hangman there, she looks like literally the damsel in distress, even though like she's not. But like you easily
She's the
could have just
Jezebel.
even if he didn't open the case, he could have literally just taken the keys and said, "I hold the keys now."
Yeah.
And that
Steve,
would have
you wanna go ahead and
that
tell
would
us
have made
your
a
opinion?
lot better. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get Joe's opinion because I have someone backstage.
Yeah, no. I was hoping and praying that Hangman would hit Marina Shafir with the buckshot. And I freaking lost my mind when she did it. Because like you said, at some point, like someone needs to get some comeuppance here.
Yeah, totally agree. Matt,
All right, we got Tim. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How's it going with you guys?
Oh,
Good. It's good to see you.
You too.
It's been a long time since you've been on one of our shows.
I've been busy,
I know. You're a busy guy.
that's life.
So, what did you think of the opening segment with Hangman and John Moxley?
That buckshot area is perfect on Marina Shafir. She deserves the buckshot area at the end. Waited. So.
Now, there's a rumor going around that you said that Lord Ryan Rich has a gigantic ass. Is this true?
Sure.
Like, how did you get to see this gigantic ass of Lord Ryan Rich?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. You just heard a rumor.
Oh, so it's all hearsay. That's what you're telling me.
it's all conjuncture.
EVP Joe, do you know anything about this gigantic ass of Lord Ryan Rich?
I don't, but to be fair, Lord Ryan Rich, you have made your fair share of enemies. Just saying. So, there's plenty of suspects to go around.
Enemies
Look,
or
you
haters.
go around here. No, you go around here saying you're better than everyone's boyfriend. That's bound to ruffle some feathers. Is all I'm saying.
Well,
So
if
you're
it's
saying
ruffled
someone
with
started the
feathers-
rumor that he's got a gigantic ass?
I think so. Yes.
Someone's boyfriend, probably.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
So you guys want to? I think there's a little segment we want to do. We want to be like, yo, yo, yo! It's time to talk about Tim's birthday. Go ahead, Lord Ryan Rich.
Yo, everyone, it's Tim's birthday. Let's solve it. Check out the hook while DJ Tim revolves it.
Oh,
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
All right, folks, let's go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you. Happy
birthday, dear Pancake Man.
Happy
Happy birthday to
you.
That was the worst rendition of Happy Birthday ever.
Well, you wanted to make sure we couldn't get copyright claimed. Guess what? That shit ain't getting copyright claimed.
No, but it's birthday. Yeah, we got the rap in the beginning. Birthday. Because Tim, I don't know if you know this. Someone owns that song. We could get a copyright strike if we sang the regular one. So we had to change it up a bit.
Is it really not part of public domain yet?
I don't think it is. I think Warner Brothers owns it, actually.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to Google this.
Well, Tony Khan, go talk to the people at Warner Brothers and get it cleared. I'm talking yesterday, bro.
And we got some messages. We got happy birthday from Tiff
Hey!
and Darcy.
Yay!
And Elvis is trying to steal your thunder.
You know what? And all it's me on my birthday. So get out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
As of 2016, it is part of public domain.
There you go.
Oh,
Warner-
Hey, we're good. We can sing the regular one.
Yeah.
Warner and Chapel Music owned it, but there was a legal settlement that declared it part of public domain.
Okay.
I think this deserves a knowledge is power segment.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
It's coming.
Knowledge is power.
You want to hang around for the next match, Tim?
Yeah, I'm ready for the next match.
All right, we'll let you hang out for the next match, and then we'll kick you off.
All right. So Tony
Get outta
Storm
here.
comes out, and she walks over to the commentary desk. I get excited because maybe Tony Storm is going to do commentary. No, she's sitting in front of a cake and something else. Anyways,
Steak.
a big old steak.
Cake and
no
steak, baby.
There you go. So
But she didn't like take any bites of it, did she?
No, not
That
at all.
pisses me off.
That poor cow died for nothing.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné comes into the ring. She's taking on Mina Shirakawa. I mean, Canada Dry, you go first.
Yeah, I thought this was a banger. I appreciated Shirakawa and Mercedes Moné. Like, they brought it. This is definitely a halos up for me. It was a hell of a match. There's nothing I didn't like. At some point, though, Mercedes Moné is going to have some coming up. You're talking about comeuppance. Mercedes Moné's got some comeuppance coming her way.
Yeah.
Like, she's been getting away with murder around here in AEW.
Yeah.
So we got to see what's going to happen here.
I agree. Pancake Man.
Yeah, the finisher from Mina Shirakawa was amazing. That was an amazing finisher. I thought she had the match, but Mercedes Moné's, I guess, deserved to win. But
Did you just call her Mercedes Mayonnaise?
Moné, whatever her name is.
Okay.
Stevie Botch.
That's
Yeah,
Patty
but
Mayonnaise's cousin from Doug.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Mercedes Moné deserved to be the winner. I thought Ember Moon was going to be. I'd rather have Ember Moon versus Mina would be better, man.
Athena, of course.
Yeah, but I think it was a phenomenal match with the finisher of Mina. It was like, I don't know where the finish she did. It was a good overall match.
And you give it a halos up or a halos down?
Double heels up.
Double halos up. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh.
Go Ryan Rich.
I don't know how many times I have to be on this program and tell everyone here that Mercedes Moné is a national treasure for AEW. This chick has been putting on match after match after match that is good. And Tony Khan, this is the only time that he allows a women's match to go over 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I swear. It went 14 minutes.
Yeah.
No one in their right mind thought this match would go 14 minutes. 14 minutes and 6 seconds to be precise. Nobody thought that. We should not be surprised at this point. We should not be surprised.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné is obviously the female Kenny Omega right now for TK. She is the belt collector. They even mentioned Ultimo Dragon in the Super 7, which I thought was so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like during the match, that was because Ultimo Dragon was one of my favorite wrestlers when I first started like watching WCW. Like, and watching him and Dean Malenko or him and Eddie Guerrero, like those are some of my like Hog Wild 96 Dean Malenko versus Ultimo Dragon is one of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah.
I like it.
So to get the comparison there, I think is awesome. There's no way that Mercedes should lose before All In if she loses. I'm glad that you knew that, Elvis. Good for you, buddy. I acknowledge you. But the match is fantastic. Anything that Mercedes Moné has done in the past 6 months has been fantastic. And if you don't agree, you're just not watching.
Yeah.
I give it a halos up.
All right. Joe.
I mean, I can't say it any better than my buddy Lord Ryan Rich. I love Mercedes. She's my favorite of the 4 horsewomen.
Yeah.
That was my horse sound.
I loved this match. Her and Amina, I could watch them wrestle every night. Like, there was nothing wrong with this match. And I was sitting here watching this match. Anyone who thought that Mercedes should lose her title 10 days before All In, the biggest women's match of the year AEW's doing, y'all are dumb.
When she hasn't lost a match.
Did you say did you pick her?
Me? No, absolutely
No,
not.
JP. I think JP picked Shirakawa.
No, I didn't predict, but yeah, I think Shirakawa should have taken the belt.
I think she will eventually. I just don't. It shouldn't be 10 days before All In.
That makes sense.
But yeah.
Did you give it a halos up?
Oh, absolutely. Halo's up. Yeah.
It could sow doubts of whether or not Mercedes Moné has what it takes to beat Timeless Tony Storm if she drops that belt 10 days before the big pay-per-view. Like, I don't like that the only 2 women's championships that are in your promotion are on the same person. It doesn't make sense. You have opportunity to introduce Mina Shirakawa to the AEW universe. Like that's your Lynch right there. Nobody knows who she is unless you're a hardcore wrestling fan. Nobody knows who she is.
Well, I disagree
I-
with that.
I-
They've known who she was for the last year with Mariah May and everything else. I don't think to me it just downplays Mercedes' dominance. Like if she is the belt collector, how is she going to lose 10 days before she's going against the biggest match of her entire life? Like, and I think that Tony sold it extra well. It
Yeah.
shows that she's nervous. Like she doesn't know what's going on. Like half the time they even use the word catatonic.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic because she was like lost.
Yeah.
She was her character work
Yeah.
through this whole thing is just outstanding. So to me, it just builds this match even more. And like the stickers on the bottom of Mercedes shoes that was Tony Storm, like come on,
Yeah, that's
like
classic Rick
that's
Rude.
storytelling, dude.
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic Rick Rude. I mean, that guy spray painted, airbrushed his opponent's either face or their wives on his tight.
I know.
And we had another little cameo, little speech. Your time is up. My time is now. From Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Tim, any last words before you head on out?
No, it's good to be on the show. Maybe I'll be on the show in future. So
Yeah.
You know what? I will say this, Tim. You did a hell of a job tonight. And hopefully you come back next week, and we'd love to see you again.
See you before
reviewing,
your next birthday.
Happy birthday, Pancake Man.
Yes.
it's spad picking man. Okay.
But you know what? Even though today's not your birthday, happy birthday to Bret Hart.
Yeah.
It's Bret Hart's birthday today.
You know what? This is a big 3-day stretch. Bret Hart, the first. Pancake Man is the second. And you know whose birthday is on the third? My birthday is in an hour and 18 minutes.
Oh boy.
You're in a fine
I'll get there.
assortment of Bret Hart, Pancake Man, and EVP Joe. And the whole nation of Canada.
There you go.
And then the
And
day after
America's
that is
birthday.
the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't, and we'd be remiss if we didn't say Canada, Happy Canada Day. That was yesterday, correct?
Happy Condo Day.
4 days of freaking awesomeness is all. it is.
Yes. All right, Tim. We'll see you later. Hopefully you come back next week, okay?
Yep. I'll see you guys around.
All right. We'll see you later, Pancake Man.
See you.
All right, so we go to a silly promo with the Bucks driving around Rancho Cucamonga, where they're from.
I love this.
in a very tacky limo
Yes.
filled with shoes, not just a specific style of shoe and multiple boxes. We're talking a cornucopia of shoes. There is no rhyme or reason to why it looks like a Foot Locker inside the
Well,
limo.
if you watch BTE, it's not that strange.
Yeah, see, I don't.
That is true.
Well, I mean, and BTE's been over for like a year and a half now, but that's half of what they did was go shoe shopping. So, as someone who watched BTE, I thought it was a nice little Easter egg.
Okay.
Yep.
There's people out there that are big shoe collectors out there. This is they don't even wear them.
Oh, yeah.
no,
They
I
put
mean,
them under
it's not
glass.
just the Bucks. There's so many shoe collectors within AEW, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I have a friend, he's a huge shoe head. And I mean, he's got a second bedroom dedicated to his sneakers. And we're
One to
talking,
rock, one to stock, baby.
Yeah.
the Back to the Future Nikes that came out. He's got a pair. He
That's
loves-
so
Holy-
sick, dude. The self-lacing ones.
yeah.
Can
That's
I
so
talk about something? While we're talking about this young bucks, little video, can we talk about that extremely creepy bear at their elementary school? That thing is the
Hello,
stuff
bear?
of nightmares.
It's
literally
It's
looked like they
creepy
had a
little
little-
bear.
It looked like they had a freaking stuffed teddy bear on a stripper pole. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's go to our second match. This is a fatal four-way, which will determine the number 2 entrant.
Let me
And-
quickly, before you do that, let me quickly comment on this. This is a setup also to the Swerve, Strickland, and Osprey thing because they're talking about how much they're abusing their power riding in these fancy limos filled with Tony Khan money shoes.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's pretty much just to build up how we
Yeah.
want to get rid of the EVPs.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
real quick. On the hood, on the front of the limousine, did anyone catch who was on the Mount Rushmores? Was it just Nick and Matt twice? I didn't
No.
see it very well.
No, Cody was on there, and so was Omega, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I thought. I could be wrong.
Yeah. We'll have to go to the replay.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up or keep an eye open if someone posts it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it could be a fun Easter egg if it was someone different. Like, it could help. It could just lead into the match or whatever. I think that could be cool.
Okay.
All right, we're ready for the next segment, Mr.
Let's
DeVille.
go to the four-way. It's MJ. So my question is this: have the women had their number 2 match?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
that I know of.
I think
Maybe
that's on Collision. That's what the 4-way is on Collision, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Possible.
We get this 4-way. It's MJF along with the Hurt Syndicate, AR Fox, Anthony Bowens, and Brody King. The winner will be the number 2 entrant in the gauntlet match at All In. MJF wins. Then we get the shenanigans. Briscoe comes out first, wearing a shirt, talking about MJF's tiny little kosher pickle. Next week, apparently, we're going to get a promo battle in the middle of the ring. All right. I'm down with that. I have no problem listening to Mark Briscoe and MJF just go at it.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah. And then Jet Speed come out. We get the shenanigans with the Hurt Syndicate. Basically, they beat the living hell out of them, leave them for dead in the middle of the ring as they're walking out. All of a sudden, it's a resurrection. Jet Speed get up and then say, hey, we want a shot at the belt, so we know we're going to get a tag team championship match at All In. But next week, Kevin Knight is going to take on Shelton
That's
Benjamin.
actually at Collision next week.
Oh, Collision next week. All right. So Collision next week.
No, this week.
This week. Okay, so that's what we're going to get. I like that while all this is going on, MVP's just on the ramp chilling. Like, he's not moving at all. He's just sitting there with his cane, smiling away. Go for you. Good for you, MVP. You are awesome. But, yeah. Okay, Canada Dry, your thoughts?
So, like this, let me first off say these 4-way matches are an excellent way to build up the gauntlet matches.
Yeah.
Because they're controlled chaos, and it really hypes you up for the gauntlet matches. Like it's similar in nature, but not quite isn't as good as what you will see. But it gets you kind of a sampler.
Yeah.
And they were really entertaining. I love everything that went on, and the Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey. I love this segment. Just keep getting up.
Yeah.
We're tough as nails. You can't kill us.
Yeah.
And they do it 3 times, and then the 4th time they make the challenge. So I love that they're taking a beating, but they're just gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
And that it shows how much heart they have.
Yep. Absolutely. Woodrun Rich.
What's Halo's up for me?
Yeah.
So my entire favorite part of this match is MJF on commentary.
Yeah.
To me, it's just so funny. They're like, oh, in any other match, you wouldn't be able to blah, blah. He's like, yeah. But I'm just going to sit here and let all these guys whip the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
And then I'll just come in later. And then MVP takes over. They kick out Ian Riccaboni, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's just, the 4-eyed guy's nerd. Just get him out of here. But And on top of that, dude, MJF's gear lately being MVP inspired, I really enjoy as well. It sells the whole Hurt Syndicate stuff. Like, I think he looks so badass. Like in the full like suit or whatever. I don't know. I just like it a lot. Like I like the whole angle that they're going with it. So the match itself was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. The control chaos of it all.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you know, you got Briscoe coming out and he's talking trash to MJF. I thought it was a little disjointed to go straight from that just to Jet Speed coming out to talk about them and everything else. Like, it just seems like they tried to smash a sandwich down so they could fit it in their mouth better.
Yeah.
So I
how would you have booked that segment to make it better?
Have one in the beginning and have one at the end.
Yeah.
That's how I would have done it. So have Mark Briscoe come out second because MJF wins the match. Have Jet Speed come out first, get their butts whooped, and then start the match. That's how I would have done it differently. But the match and even the segments, I'm going to give them a halos up because it was fun. I just thought they could have separated it a little bit more because it just felt a little redundant doing it twice in a row.
Totally agree. Joe.
Yeah, first off, the match, I loved it. Everyone got their shine.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like, it was never in doubt who was winning this. Just because of who won last week. Briscoe is one, so clearly MJF apparently backstage has been pushing. He's wanted to do this feud with Briscoe for forever, which I think is cool. I just really hope we don't get a whole bunch of MJF talking about Jay Briscoe. I don't really want to relive that, and it's kind of old and blah. He does it all the time. I don't need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think we've known for a while that it was going to be Jet Speed getting the tag title match at All In.
Yeah.
I think they've done a phenomenal job of building it up.
Yeah.
They went a little different this time. It wasn't MVP saying, "Hey, go win a match and you can have a title shot." It's just been guerrilla tactics by Jet Speed, which is a little different. I like it.
Yeah.
And I laughed as they keep getting up, like especially with MJF in the back, like yelling, "Just stay down!" Like, are you all stupid? Just stay down. But they're the baby faces. They don't listen. They don't care. They just keep getting back up. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a great match. I mean, it really was. I mean, for it being a 4-way, there was no interference. There was no, I mean, obviously it's a no DQ situation anyways, but it was just 4 guys just hammering it out in the ring. It was really a great match.
But that's the whole point, though, JP, is that the Hurt Syndicate could have interfered at any time because it was a no DQ match, and they still didn't.
Yeah.
To me, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So we got the flower shop coming up at the end of the show.
Oh.
And that's where we'll give our bells and our ratings. And our extra segment is a halos up sort of feel. Tell us your favorite pet or friend's pet or like pet of the family, someone and grandma's or whatever if you didn't have your own, but your favorite pet as a child.
Oh, as a child, okay.
And we always go retro because
I like it. All right. So the Bucks arrive to the arena after going on their excursion through Rancho Cucamonga. They're going to join with Takeshita versus Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bandito. Yeah. Can't try. You go first.
I like this match. This is another one of those. This is one of the Superman heroes versus villains matches.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they like all these matches. Like none of them are bad.
Yeah.
There's no throwaway matches on the show.
Nope.
They're all like high octane matches, and this one is one of them too. With this one kind of sets up Ring of Honor, their super card, with Takeshita and what is this? Bandito.
Bandito.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that match. That's gonna like this Supercard honor.
It's looking really good.
What else do we got on that card, Joe? Do you know?
There's Athena versus Thunder Rosa. Oh, Nick Wayne is defending his title, but I can't remember against who to save my life.
I'm pretty sure Red Velvet's defending too, isn't she?
Yeah, Red Velvet is defending her women's title. I think we're getting this. Maybe we're getting the start of the women's pure title matches tournament there, maybe, and tag title match: Sons of Texas versus Team to be determined tomorrow night in the Infantry versus Top Flight.
All right. Lord Ryan Rich, you want to give us your thoughts on this match?
It was a fun match. It was high octane. I agree with what you said. It didn't really scratch my itch so much. I thought this was probably one of the down points of the episode. But I will say that when Takeshita hit that Blue Thunder bomb on Bandito, I was like, I don't think that dude's going to make it. Like, I thought that he slammed his head real hard against the mat on that. And I was like, I hope the guy's okay, because, like, that could be, that could concuss a person or whatever else. So, I thought the match was a little subpar for what it is. I mean, it was a heroes versus villains. And I figured that there was two different matches on that, and they were going to split. One villain, one hero. And I didn't really expect the Young Bucks to lose.
Yeah.
With Takeshita against this crew. To me, that's just an easy win. Yeah. I feel like Paragon are the people you put in there to put in a good match, but take an L at this point, unless you're Adam Cole. I'm going to give this match a purgatory.
Yeah.
Joe.
Okay. I enjoyed this match for what it was. It was just a paid advertisement is what it was, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah. I did find it interesting that I don't think the fans reacted how Tony Khan wanted, because, good Lord, the Bucks were treated as conquering heroes returning home from war. Like, they just got cheered so much. And it's kind of undermined your whole heroes versus villains theme. Well, and just turned into a PWG 6-man tag match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
Basically, but they're the Bucks are the hometown guys. Like, what?
I'm not mad at it.
Maybe they shouldn't have made that.
No, it just doesn't make sense, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like where MJF, he doesn't get cheered anywhere but in Long Island. It doesn't matter what he's done. He's going to get the cheers. Yeah. Like, I think that's just going to happen no matter, like, if you're a heel or whatever else. If you're in your hometown, people are going to recognize that. So I think we're just going to have to get past it a little bit.
In speaking to this whole card, and Lord Ryan Rich can attest, at about 9:45 in our group chat, I put, holy crap, it's 9:45. This show has flown by. This show was not a chore to watch at all. It was fun. There was no sluggish parts. Like, it was great.
It gave you a go home show feel for AEW, even though you got one more left.
Yeah. That's what AEW does, though. They always do their go home a week early.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah, almost. It always feels like the go home show sucks compared to the week before. I don't know why that is, but it does seem like that's kind of a pattern.
The go-homes are usually our lowest rated shows.
Yep.
Which should never be that
we
way.
Butcher the hell out of them. Like, it's almost tradition at this point that you should just not.
There's been like one.
You know what? I feel like I'll say this. I'll go out on a limb and I'll be controversial. I will say that the the 0 hour brings in more pay-per-view buys than the go-home show does.
How do we know that happens? How do we know?
It's a gut feeling. It's just a gut feeling.
No, but how do we know that?
I mean,
you would have to try the pay-per-view buy.
The pay-per-view people to say, this is how many pay-per-views were bought in the last hour before the show started.
Exactly.
The only way we would ever know.
That's the only way you could.
But even that's like not even fair because like I'm buying regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna wait till the last minute.
So after the match, Ospreay and Swerve come out. They get into a conversation, if you will, with the Bucks. Because the Bucks have not agreed to put their EVP titles on the line until tonight. When Will Ospreay, whispering into Swerve's ear, says, "Hey,
Trust me.
Bucks, if you somehow beat me and Swerve, neither of us can contend for the World Heavyweight Championship for 1 year. So they won't be able to go." Now, this is interesting because Canada Dry Me talked about it on Sunday, where we honestly think what's going to happen is Ospreay will eventually win the championship at All In next year when it's back at Wembley. So,
Which means that even if they lose, he can still challenge for the title.
there you go.
Because it's a year later.
Yeah. So, very interesting angle, which leads us into our third match. Oh,
But
no.
let me comment this on this, JFB.
Yeah.
Now, that's fine and dandy for Ospreay. But what about Swerve? Swerve can challenge for the unified AEW unified title and still be a big deal.
So could Will. Anyone could. I mean,
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying that even though you have this stipulation on you, you can still be almost up there with the world champion if you win
Can
that
we
title.
talk about the stipulation before we go into the match, please? Because I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Bucks need to get their asses handed to them at All In. There's no way they should be winning.
Nope.
And this stipulation just gives me so much pause for concern.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to end clean. I think it's going to be a DQ so that my only problem with this is such a poorly thought out gimmick match. Like,
I don't think so. I don't. I agree with it because you have Swerve and Will who are like, we want you to put up your EVP titles, and it's the absolute smartest thing in the world for the Bucks to say, why would we? What do we have to gain from this?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. It's just
See, this is the best way to take your top two baby faces outside of Hangman, outside of the title picture for the next year.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart because if you're going to have Hangman, the baby face, win it All In, you need a run of nothing but heels.
Yeah.
And I think that MJF is going to be one of those. So I think that this works out way better. And I think this clearly shows who's going to win it All In. It's not Swerve and Ospreay.
Yeah.
You have to remember this too. People always forget, but if you think in terms of wrestling, the Bucks are one of the best tag teams that has ever lived. Their chemistry, them knowing each other, is bar none above anyone else in AEW at this point. The accolades, the matches, everything else. So if you really want your top two baby faces to lose, you need to put them against the best tag team that's ever been.
Yeah.
It makes
I just
sense.
don't-
It prints
don't think
money.
they should-
I don't understand.
If you're right,
Here's my
Lord Ryan
issue,
Bid,
though. Here's my issue, though. Especially for Ospreay, this man has taken so many L's over this last year. There's no way he can take another major L and not be able to contend for the world title until 2026.
Cody lost. Cody lost.
No, but listen, I think it would be absolutely stupid because you're going to piss off your fan base. I guarantee it.
because Ospreay lost the last pay-per-view.
Ospreay's lost almost everything.
And guess what? They still keep buying his merch. They still keep showing up.
I mean,
For
it's-
now,
You want to root for your favorite guy. So to me, Ospreay is the chaser here, not Swerve.
But not for a year to where he can't do it.
Yeah, but here's the
Let's
thing.
talk about the other side of the coin. What happens to the Bucks without the EVP role?
It doesn't work.
Like,
That's
what happens to
their
them?
gimmick.
That's the whole thing. What
Yeah,
happens to them?
that's their gimmick. Right now, that's their gimmick. Their gimmick is we are above everybody else because we're
Could they turn face?
no.
No.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. They're the
I mean,
best.
they
They could turn face after
without,
losing it.
not without
There's
Tony
no
Khan
reason to.
intervening.
Your other heel tag team is in Collision, which gets not even close to 50% of the viewers that Dynamite does. Like, that's your only other heel tag team. And then you have the Hurt Syndicate,
It's like,
which really aren't heels when the fans are singing your song.
Yeah, they're tweeners.
Yeah. Like, they can add all badass and stuff, but they
I'm
are
not-
nowhere
look,
near
I'm not saying that they turn face right away, but
heel.
eventually,
Neither
yeah.
at all.
But without the
Young
without
Bucks.
the EVP title, they have to turn face.
Yeah, even if it's 6-8 months down the road,
Yep.
where you get this delusional Bucks for a while who still think they're in charge because
Yes,
we
that would be
really-
funny if they said like the shut up and people are just ignoring them.
Go clean up that puddle. No, you do it.
Yes.
You're not the EVP anymore, you jerk
I
off.
this you know what though, if they were to lose, this is where I wish BTE was still around.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
backstage skits of them pretending to still be the EVPs, even though in real life they are.
And then everyone's just like completely ignore them. Like, no one's listening to our authority.
Another thing, I am so glad that Will and Swerve made it. It's like, we don't want the EVP titles. We just want you all to not have them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really want to see Will and Swerve being EVPs. I don't think that would work one bit. So,
Let's go to match number 4. That's Ospreay and Swerve. They're taking on Mercedes Monet's boyfriend, the Beast Mordos, and Dralistico. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this match?
I thought it was really good. Swerve and Ospreay dominated. The aliens got in a little bit more offense than you think they would have.
Yeah.
But I like the way Swerve and Ospreay look as a team. Like, they got some good chemistry with some of their moves.
Absolutely.
This is a hails up for me.
Yeah. Lord Run Rich.
This match was okay.
Yeah.
It didn't do much for me. Like, it's not believable for me to think that Swerve and Ospreay is going to lose in this situation, so I'm already taken out of it. The match was okay, but to me, it's purgatory.
Yeah. EVP Joe.
I'm just starting to think you don't like Superman. That's what I'm thinking.
Superman is literally my favorite hero of all time.
Well, your rankings do not reflect that right now, sir.
No, yes, it does, because Superman rises above, baby.
Yeah, another just match that was there for obviously for advertising a movie. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I did like the combination Swerve Stomp and Will's move. I'm drawing a blank to it.
Oh, it's the Stormbreaker.
Yeah, Stormbreaker. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Did you give it a Halos down, Lord Ryan Rich?
Said purgatory.
Okay.
And I do love that the Beast Mortos is getting the rub working with all these main eventers. I love it.
Yeah,
I don't
because
care
the
if it
girls
is
have
because-
calling the shots, dog.
I don't care if it's that reason or not. It
I
don't
love
matter.
it. No, I love it too.
I love
He's
it.
a
I
big
love it.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
he could be the new Brody King.
And this Halos up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course it was up.
I didn't like the match. Not at all. I thought it was stupid. It didn't make sense.
Thank you.
I mean, like, I just, like, I think I don't want them to oversaturate the Ospreay Swerve tag team because I think in all reality, while they're serving their 1-year penalty for not going after the world championship, you can
They should be
definitely
fighting
throw them
each
in
other.
the tag team. Yeah.
No, I think they
Put 'em
should
in
fight
a
each
tag
other. I
team.
think it should be a Swerve and Ospreay program because Ospreay cost Swerve the chance to go for the AEW World Championship for a year.
So we're turning Swerve heel again?
Yeah.
Yes. He's so
Or
much
is it
better as
Ospreay?
a heel. He's so much better as a heel.
Yeah, but
No, I don't think you turn him heel.
Yeah, I didn't like this match at all. Like, I mean, I like Swerve and Ospreay together right now, but it just, I don't know. It just
So is he giving us a Halos down, JP?
slows down. It was flat. It was just really flat. So let's go to our main event. We have Kota Ibushi ready to serve revenge, if you will. Kazuchika Okada. Now, this is not a championship match. The belt is not on the line. Yeah. Let's go to Canada Dry. You go first, brother.
Before this, I want to give a shout out to the match on Power between Kylie Page and Natalia Markova.
Okay.
This match rocked the house.
Cool.
Like, it was 10 minutes in the match before Markova even got in a move offensively.
Oh, wow.
And, like, she just loves to get her ass kicked before she makes the comeback and wins the match. Like, yeah. I love that kind of wrestling.
All right.
So that's my shout out. But which match are we on? We're on Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
And Okada. This was a Halos up for me. Like, the stuff they pulled off, like Kota Ibushi, the move he did off the top ropes.
Oh,
slamming down Okada. Like, that was cool.
Yeah.
This Okada brought the best out of Ibushi tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Like, they were in sync. They were moving both like really fierce animals. And I think Ibushi brought out something in Okada too.
Yeah.
Because that drop kick was spot on the head. Like, that was sweet ass drop kick from Okada. This match was highly enjoyable.
Yeah.
And that's a Halos up for me.
Yeah. He's the best in the business when it comes to a drop kick. There's nobody even close to him.
Yeah, like they used to say Randy Orton, but I think Okada's better.
Oh, way better. Yeah. What Ryan Rich?
Randy Orton hasn't done a drop kick in ages.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Hey, that's what happens when you have a stack of dimes for a neck and a back. Do stupid shit like that anymore, yo.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to land. Yeah, his drop kick's done. Yeah.
All right, Lord Ryan Rich, your turn.
I like this match, but it should not have been the main event.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about Mina Shirakawa not being known by audiences, I know we know Okada is, but Ibushi has been in AEW like a handful of times.
Yeah.
I would have rather this match led off.
Yeah.
And had Mercedes main event.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that would have been a better show. I thought that they did good in the ring together. Ibushi has definitely looked better than he did the last run than he did in AEW. And that's simply because of injuries and everything else. The match was okay. I don't think that the match itself, like, was a barn burner or anything. Especially if you've seen any of their other matches. Like, I actually picked this match to be... I thought this match would be the shortest of the night.
Yeah.
It was okay. I'll give the match a Halos up, but I don't like the placement.
Yeah. Joe.
Yeah, this was a good match. I think it was a great warm-up for Okada.
Yeah.
For Saturday against Omega, because I've said it before, Okada is great, but he can't be 3-star Okada at All In against Kenny Omega. He's got to be that 5-star Okada, and this was like a little warm up, a little ramp up to get there.
Yeah,
well, yeah, this is definitely a teaser.
But at the same time, Omega has to be 5-star Omega.
Well, he can. Like,
no, I'm not doubting that he can. I'm just saying he has to be as well.
Oh yeah,
It's
he brings it every single time.
I have more of a concern of Okada being 5-star Okada than I do Kenny Omega being 5-star Omega. Just because this year alone, we've seen Omega in some fantastic matches.
Yeah.
Whereas Okada's had great matches, but nothing that's like, oh my God, I need to go back and see that.
You're right, but Okada's put in more matches than Omega has, so Omega's been able to put more into it. That, to me, that balances it out.
I mean, overall, for me, the match was really good. I liked it. I felt like they turned it up to 11, and it really wasn't because of the match. The match was good. It was serviceable because it gave you the opportunity. Because at the end of the match, the Callis family comes in and starts beating the dog shit out of Ibushi. And Kenny Omega's music plays. Omega's in the ring. He might get clubbed by Trent Beretta, but no, Bushi stops it. Callis family scatters away. And
JP, you know what?
It goes back to our point earlier about the show before the go home show. Like, Kenny comes back now. You could have had Kenny come back next week to build that as your go home show, but no, you decided.
I will tell you why that's not happening, because they want to have the Golden Lovers next week on Dynamite.
Yeah.
And that could be. That very well could be. I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about ramping up the most possible excitement for a single match, I think you bring back Kenny next week, even though I picked that he would come back this week.
Because I like that he came back tonight.
I mean, I've said it before. I don't think he should have been in anywhere until All In. You have to sow that out. Is Kenny Omega even going to make it to the arena?
Honestly, if this wasn't episode 300, he probably doesn't show up tonight.
Yeah, they needed that 300.
Like at All In, wheel him out in an iron lung. Like,
he should have pulled a Kevin Nash on WCW. Came out in a wheelchair with a fake ass cast, and then he just pulls the blanket and he jumps up healthy.
Yeah.
EVP Joe, do you remember the match where Kevin Nash couldn't wrestle because he had a gas bubble?
I remember a lot of matches where Kevin Nash couldn't wrestle.
He's like, I got a gas bubble. I can't wrestle. And then he attacks him after.
I mean, in all honesty, the minute he won his first WWE World Championship, that was when Kevin Nash stopped wrestling.
94.
Yeah. He's like, screw it. I'm the champ. I don't have to do shit now for the rest of my career.
But you know what? He was cool as shit on the mic talking about Big Sexy, so we all let it slide.
Yeah, he won the title in
and he's part of our knowledge is power thing, so there you go.
There you go.
He won the title in 94, and arguably the worst year in WWE's history.
So terrible. I feel bad for him.
Well, you know what? Because they were looking to move on from Bret Hart at that point. And they're like,
when Bret Hart was there. That was
I mean they're moving to move away from Bret Hart as champion.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll just give it to Big Sexy here. Brad, wait, not so fast. We need you back here.
All right, that is the end of Dynamite from AEW, but that's not the end of this show. We are going directly into the Flower Shop.
Welcome to the Flower Shop, brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can pick up all your Adrian Adonis gear, just like this shirt you're looking at right now.
All right. So, favorite match, favorite segment, number of bells, and then your favorite childhood pet. Canada Dry, you go first.
Now, I'm going with the Okada Ibushi match as my favorite match of the night. I loved it. I loved the Octane. I loved like it wasn't the full course, obviously, because it's an episode of Dynamite, not a pay-per-view match. So you're getting a half a Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
You're not getting the full course. You're getting a 6-inch.
Yeah.
They lied.
And your mind's out of the gutter.
They lied. It's only like 5.5 inches. They're exaggerating.
It's Dynamite After Dark. My mind is fully in the gutter, sir.
I haven't given anyone a red flag in a while, so
bring them on, brother.
But yeah, so my segment of the night is the opening segment with Hangman and Mox and everything that's going on there. That's definitely the segment of the night. And I'm giving this episode a 4.25. I really enjoyed it. I thought everything was good. And my childhood pet, we're going back to this cat that we found a bunch of kittens in the dumpster.
Oh.
And someone just threw them out and abandoned them. And we bottle fed them, made sure they all got them all homes except this one that almost died a couple times. Well, he had a special place in our heart. And this cat was freaking awesome. And I liked this cat. But the day me and my sister got in a fight and we were fighting over the phone, and the cat watched this and he saw us kind of arguing. That night, he went and peed on her head in the middle of the night. And I liked that cat, but after that, I love that cat.
All right.
That's classic.
Lord Ryan Rich.
Okay, my favorite match of the night is the opening match, the TBS Championship match between Mercedes Moné and Mina Shirakawa. Like I said, dude, Mercedes is carrying the women's division. If you don't think so, you're not watching.
Yeah.
Like the whole setup to Tony and everything else, brilliant. But she's driving the train.
Yeah.
Like, so to me, that's the best match of the night. My favorite segment of the night is actually the Jet Speed Hurt Syndicate stuff because I just love MJF in the ring and say, just stay down. Just stay down. Like, to me, that was really cool. So to me, that's my segment of the night. As far as my bell ratings, the fact that the main event was what it was, it lowers it down a little bit for me. I still think it's a good show, but I think I'm going to give it a 4.
All right.
4 flat. As far as my favorite childhood pet, we were not allowed to have pets as children. We rented a lot, so we didn't get to have cats like that. My second half of 5th grade year, we moved to Indianapolis, and my dad became a preacher at Trinity Southern Baptist Church. Among that, we had a feral cat who we called Katie, and she had a whole bunch of babies in our crawl space. And they were only 4 survived, but they were some of the cutest kitties that I've ever seen. So Katie and her kitties, and Katie used to go and bring us rabbits, chipmunks, and squirrels to show that she was, participating.
Yeah, helping out.
Yeah, she's like, hey, I got food, guys. No worries. So I would have to say favorite childhood pet is Katie and her kitties, because before that, we never really got to have an animal outside of goldfish.
There you go.
It was up to Katie.
Halo's up to Katie and Charlie and Stripes and all those beautiful kitties. I love you.
There you go.
It was up to Kitten Vinny.
Let's go to Joe.
Okay, so like the first half hour, I would give that like 5 stars.
Yeah.
So with that said, favorite match is the women's TBS title match, Mina and Mercedes. Favorite segment is Hangman. Like, I think the only thing that would have made this better is if JR was on commentary for this.
Yeah.
My God.
We're gonna have a slapper knocker at All In.
Well, I would love to hear like I could just hear JR calling Marina a Jezebel as she's sitting there slapping the taste out of Hangman.
I can't. Yes, that Jezebel.
And then it would have been equally hilarious to hear his reaction from the buckshot lariat.
Yeah.
By God.
But yeah, but
He's broken her in half.
Yeah. I'm with Canada Dry on this 4.25. Like, I enjoyed the show, and like I said, it was an easy 2 hour and 10-minute watch. Like the show just flew by, and then pets. Like I had so many pets as a kid, but I think my favorite was we had a Chow Chow named Bear, and this dog was all black. I mean, black fur, black eyes, black tongue. Like if you saw this thing in an alley, you'd probably shit your pants. But it was the most lovable dog you've ever. So fluffy, loved hugs, just oh,
Oh,
so
All
great.
right.
Halos up to Chow Chow.
Halos up to Chow Chow.
Well, the Chow Chow was his name was Bear.
Oh yeah, Bear. Bear's Chow Chow's the
Halos
dog.
up to Bear.
You sure his name's not Chow Chow?
No, it was just the Chow Chow's the type of dog it was.
That reminds me of MJF. You're really chanting talk talk? You're chanting talk talk?
All right, it's my turn. Favorite match was Mina Shirakawa and Mercedes Moné. It was just a great match. My favorite segment was Hangman Page because they are selling the hell out of this match and this pay-per-view. Like they're taking it up a level every single week. Like next week, who knows? It could be a Texas death match with a decapitation. Like that's how we're going to go with this.
Or it's going to be a complete dud because it's the go home show and they don't care.
Between Supercard, Honor, and All In, this is going to be a huge weekend.
Yep.
Not to mention Women's Evolution,
Yeah.
which is going to be fun too, I think.
And Saturday night main event.
I don't know about the Saturday main event thing. I'll still watch because we want to talk about it the next 3.
So my score is 3.75. The Bucks match was stupid. It was ridiculous. I didn't belong there. Or not the Bucks, the Swerve and
Osprey.
You know, maybe they had different opponents.
I don't think any. I mean, like, here's the thing. This show turned everything up to 11. Like, you are now excited about Okada versus Omega, Hangman versus Moxley, you know, the Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed, like Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné. Like, you are getting amazing matches. And right now, as this card stands, it's fantastic. I'd pay $80 to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how excited I am about this match and how much I hate
Not more than that.
Forever.
Yeah, and how much I hate EVP Joe because he's going.
Yeah.
But
No,
The
he's our
problem is-
boots on the ground affiliate, JFB.
Yeah.
like this is like, but the problem with the show, it's like Daniel Jones from the New York Giants. He's got a clear pathway to score a touchdown, and 10 yards before he gets to the end zone, he trips and falls.
Okay.
That's what happened with the show.
JFB, I'm going to take that personally because Danny Dimes now on the Colts.
I'm sorry for your loss. Literally.
I mean, he tripped on his own feet. This guy is
I just
not.
have to hope that never happens ever again.
This
No,
guy
you know
is
what
not Michael Vick.
No, he
I
tripped
wanna-
over the sprinkler. It was shown in the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
I want to give a shout out to Vancouver Canuck forward Brock Besser.
Yeah.
He was offered more money to leave Vancouver from 10 other teams. The Canucks called him with one last offer. He takes it. He's coming back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy you want playing for your team. The guy who takes it.
I want to shout out Zdeno Chara. First time on the ballot. He is now a 2025 NHL Hall of Famer.
Along with Alexander McGillney, finally.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, did you see there's a Pittsburgh pitcher who he's battling like ALS or illness for forever. And he finally got word that he's getting inducted, then a month later he passed away.
Yeah.
I
At
wear
least
this
he
Kevin Pillar. Speaking of sports, I'm wearing this Kevin Pillar jersey. He retired today from
Yeah.
Major League Baseball.
He saw you wearing it. It was like
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with baseball. Canada's going to wear my
This
jersey.
is the height of my shit. I'm going to be done now.
Yeah.
So
And other sports related, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
No, that was
Bobby
yesterday.
Bonilla Day.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It
That
was
was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was
But you know
July
what's
1st.
hilarious?
But still,
He doesn't get one paycheck. He gets two.
Yeah.
He gets 1.9 million from the Mets,
Yeah.
and then he gets a $500,000 from the Orioles.
yep.
At this point, he's like, he doesn't have to do anything. He can just wait for the money to come.
Time.
He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even go to signings or anything like that.
No,
Like, why would you?
would you?
Yeah.
You know who else doesn't need to do anything? Is his agent. His agent is the greatest agent in the history of ever.
Sitting back collecting fat checks.
There you go. All right. So my favorite child. I didn't have a childhood.
Oh,
pet.
right. You didn't.
I didn't have a childhood pet. However, in the brownstones that we lived in, the one next to me had this Cocker Spaniel. And so when we used to play wiffle ball in the abandoned lot behind us, dog would come out and chase the ball. So if the ball went past you, that dog would boom and go grab it. So yeah,
What was this dog's name?
Buffy.
Buffy. I had a dog named Buffy.
All right, that's the end of our show now, which means I got to hawk a couple of things really quick. Hey, guess what? There's a whole bunch of links down below. Click on one of them, send you to all our social media sites. Click on the other one, and in fact, it will take you to DraftKings, where if you create an account and you lose $5 on a stupid bet, DraftKings has got you covered. They're going to give you a couple of $100, hundos, if you will, into your account for you to future lose.
Well, the links aren't there yet because I didn't put them there yet, but they will be there at the end of the show. And if you want to do it now, just go to another video of
Go to
ours.
last week's podcast.
Go to last week's show and look at the links.
We have a link too if you want to give us some money on YouTube. It's got the link there.
Support our show, guys.
Yeah, support our show. Now,
Support our show. Support the AFW network so we can keep growing and growing and giving you more content and everything else that you've been wanting from your wrestling dreams. Support the product, and I promise you we will support you right back.
and if you want to show your support and tell the world how cool we are, ProWrestlingTees.com/F and Wrestling, where you can get all of your AFW network gear.
I will. I do have a story to tell real quick.
Yeah.
I was up at the Poconos this weekend, and I was wearing our Hot Wheels shirt.
Yeah.
I may have gotten a fan because I showed him our website, I showed him our YouTube channel, and I showed him where to buy a shirt. He was like, because he was like, I love the Hot Wheels design. I was like, yeah, man, this is what we do. And he was a wrestling fan, so he knew about it. So
Yes.
Yeah, the Poconos.
Run, baby.
Let's go, Virginia.
What was our cumulative score, by the way?
4.0625.
Oh, there we go.
Not bad.
Not
Not
bad
bad.
at all. All right. I gave you all the links, gave you all the blah, blah, blah. Now, on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Lord Ryan Rich, on behalf of EP Joe, I am the JFB.
Raise your fist in the air. Put the devil in a sharpshooter. And just keep fighting. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Tony Schiavone for the All In Wrestling Network.